IVM.
There must be thousands of banks everywhere. In fact, I have a count. There's 17,206 in Maharashtra. But still, what can be more convenient than a bank that fits onto your phone? Where is my phone? I'll show it to camera. Ting, ting, ting. Jupiter is a digital-first bank which aims at making all aspects of banking basically a breeze. Now I don't have to worry if I forget to do some bank work and only remember in the middle of the night. I used to wake up, at 3:15 exactly every Tuesday saying, oh, bank work. Rukia, what have I done? But I just opened my Jupiter app now, guys, and just a couple of taps, live, I'm good to go. Be it opening a new bank account, tracking your monthly spends, or getting reward points for transactions on the app. Jupiter, love scene, is a lifesaver that has made banking as easy as taking your phone out of your pocket, which if I had, I would do, but aa gaya pocket se. Regular old banks are such a hassle in comparison. So use Jupiter. Just visit the Jupiter.money website to find out more or download the Jupiter app on Android and iOS to get started. कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Welcome to Cyrus Says, brought to you by Jupiter, a banking app that helps you master your money. And I'm back in my office, so I'll be moving up and down like this. It's not sexual. It's just the way the chair is. Chair has no spine, just like the anchor of the show. Oh, no, that's me. I have no spine. The anchor has a spine. The lovely guy. He's now down to 50% of the show because Abbas comes on other days for some reason. But before we introduce our guests, I want to quickly point out that the IPL, we should talk about it a little bit. It's reached its last legs now. And all the dead matches are going to start because let's be frank here. The 4 teams are more or less decided. 3 for sure. That's Gujarat, Lucknow and Rajasthan Royals. And then it's almost 92% is going to be Delhi in the 4th place. And very outside chance for something like RCB or maybe even Kolkata. But very, very unlikely. So I'm saying that for the losing teams, they've been here, they're stuck in a bubble. So many players, a lot of foreigners, a lot of non-Mumbai national players who are here. They haven't been able to experience Mumbai. They're stuck in Mumbai for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and they've not been able to experience it. So my request is let the foreign players and the non-Mumbai players actually go out and enjoy the sights and sounds of Mumbai, since this is a dead week of cricket for most of them. And I was just thinking, what do we have to offer? I mean, we've got so many lovely things. We have that unending metro work that you can look at, the road repair, which is perennially there with all kinds of strange obstructions across the road, the VIP culture that stops traffic and they just for no reason go up and down because they are the only people who are important. The rest of us suck and should commit suicide en masse. And above all, for me, is a lack of civility and decency, which only Mumbai has. So I'd like these guys in the IPL to look at that, feel that, be with the crowd. When someone pushes past you to open a gate and an old lady falls on the floor and somebody stamps on her head and goes after him past the gate as well. Those kind of beautiful moments that only my lovely city can give. So IPL people, please enjoy Mumbai. See it from the perspective that we see it so that you never come back again.
Ladies, I'm sure you will relate to it if I say that we are constantly busy with work, studies, cooking and what not. And amidst all of this, we often forget an important element that needs our desperate attention: finance. So here we are, bringing to you SBI Life presents A Sip of Finance, a women-exclusive podcast where we will teach you how to manage personal finances in a simple and straightforward way with your host, Priyanka Acharya, a finance expert who's been in the industry for 14 plus years. And not just in English, but in 7 more languages. So tune in every Tuesday for fresh episodes on the IBM Podcast Network and all major podcast streaming platforms.
And in the meantime, let's introduce our lovely guests. We have our lead guitar player is Mr. Silvery.
Yes,
who as usual
air
wears
guitar,
7
you
outfits.
mean air guitar?
I don't know, but your 7 outfits just throws me because I want to take all my clothes off while doing this show. I'm so hot.
Why are you wearing like...
Man, I thought it would be colder than this. It is not as cold. But it's
He's
okay. Now you
always-
don't have to make it cold for me.
Now it's stuck in his head, this image of wearing sweaters and shawls. And
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
now it's
Dev Anand
expected
means
of
Rishi
me.
Kapoor means which character is he playing? When they used to shoot in Srinagar, it made sense. I mean,
He's
now it's
playing
a
a
green
Manali
screen.
dealer, Cyrus. That is the thing he's going
But
for.
how long will that role go on, yeah, boss? Breaking Bad didn't work in Hindi. You can't even
A
translate
role of
it.
a lifetime. It's
Oh.
the role of a lifetime.
Okay, and we have to introduce, of course, Punit, who's talking non-stop and holding a cup of chai, which he doesn't know he'll be charged for. That IBM,
Oh
they're very
no,
clear
Oh,
about these
yeah.
things.
I'm not paying more
And
than 20
back,
for this one.
is it because apparently it's the worst chai in Mumbai, the IBM chai. We did a
Yeah.
consensus. A lot of people said
But
it's
he's
really
having
bad.
coffee. So
Is
it
this
is bad
coffee?
chai.
Oh, is that bad? Okay.
Yeah, is that
And
No,
then
I actually think IVM coffee is quite nice. Yeah? IVM, we make really
That's
good
because
coffee.
it is chai. It tastes like coffee.
okay, let him drink the rest of it, na Punit. Because he loves it so much. Let him have
No,
it.
no, that's fine.
Can I please introduce Utsav, who's waiting there
Yes,
quietly, patiently, been on time, and for some reason in the dark, metaphorically and literally. I think he's in Bengaluru, that lovely city, which is the last bastion for right-wing thinking. If you want to start a fringe party that attacks people for no reason, go to Bengaluru. There's a suburb there where you can mushroom, apparently. Utsav, why you in the dark there? Is it just the way the light is, or?
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy in Bangalore. The last night it has rained, and the lakes have started overflowing. The road
Wow.
to the airport is
Nice.
half shut. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mess, and I've decided to use it as an opportunity to work from home and appear on this podcast rather than actually doing the work I'm getting paid for. So yes, here I am, metaphorically and literally in the dark.
Wow. And what I like about you is you put the word work and the podcast in the same sentence, even though they were disconnected. So for a second there, I thought maybe, but not to be.
People
Because
must be
no, it's-
panicking, right? In Bangalore, if it drizzles, also people start panicking.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
Uber
A
rates
5-minute
go
rain
up.
and people are like, now we can't do anything. No work can be done
Yeah.
anymore.
Even jogging at Cubbon Parks comes to a standstill, which is unbelievable.
But man, like the rest of the country is going through a heat wave. It's so nice that Bangalore is it's raining in Bangalore. So-
Jharkhand had some rain last week. I had two friends of mine
but
who've
you
come
know,
back.
Delhi, mein, it's 49 degrees centigrade.
Day before,
yesterday
day
it was,
before, it's down,
which
down
is
now.
insane. How do you survive a 49 degrees?
But it's a
Celsius
desert,
day?
bro. I blame the Mughals. I don't know why they made the capital there. It's just the 6 months of the year are just atrocious, honestly.
Yes, yeah.
BJP is correct to
Crazy.
remove the names and replace them with Kapoor and Sons or whatever they want to. Aurangzeb rushed out and now Kapoor and Sons chalk. Yeah.
really, it's so
But we haven't mentioned, there was a Bagaichi says, I thought it would be Utsav Chakraborty, the comedian on the panel.
on the panel.
Isn't he the guy who got caught in the
Yes.
Me Too?
Yeah, during the Me Too thing. yeah.
Cyrus, he
And
took
came out,
2 years and he cleared his name by going to all the women who had come out, and they all confessed that it was consensual and or did in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, or it did not happen.
Or it did not happen at all. It was
Yeah.
like complete fabrication.
Correct.
So it took
Yeah,
him
because
2 years.
He
just to
basically,
remind
yeah,
people, we're talking
he
about the fact that he sent dick pics, as they're called, pictures of your appendage. But so many things are phallic. You can send so many things, and people mistake it for that.
Finger,
You know,
it was
I
my
mean,
finger, yeah. Like, yeah.
For
I was at the
example,
zoo the other
mic
day.
in front of Silvery and
Yes.
Punit is phallic.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
they could be
Yes,
giving, certain oral treatments to these mics.
Utsav, I was at the zoo just the other day taking pictures, and one picture went viral because I was with a python, and people just presumed. And it's not that. The Burmese python is 55 kilos and about 7.5 feet long. I don't know how that mistake happened.
Cyrus, anything phallic goes to Supreme Court these days, as you know.
That's phallic. You don't understand language. Yaar. Phallic mein alag cheez hai. Why did we go there? Utsav, did you get
Utsav.
any repercussion of the Utsav name when that
No,
whole thing happened?
absolutely not. No, absolutely not. The only endearing and enduring connection I have is with the Rekha film Utsav, which most people mention. Oh, that film! I am like, oh, you think my life is so interesting? No, it's not remotely as interesting as that film. So
I had a
that's the
friend-
only connection I ever got.
I had a friend called John who was connected to the other one, Umrao John, and he hated that comparison because John is okay. All right, let's go back to the rain.
in school, when like say some Hindi teacher is making a speech about आज कोई
Cultural
महान
festival,
उत्सव है, yeah. Did everyone like whenever the word Utsav came up, did
I
everyone
will
like turn
stop
around
you
and look
right
at you?
there. Do not uncover my trauma. My mother was my
I'm
Hindi
sure,
teacher
yes.
in school. Please.
Oh
I do
no!
not- I do not
What?
want this to be discussed any further.
But Utsav, honestly, Silvery's point I like because I'm just thinking that is a word that haunted all of us. Because
Yeah.
whenever the curriculum had something going on, it would be in print somewhere. Ki iska Utsav, uska Utsav, it would be there. So you
Correct,
couldn't get away from it. It's a slightly elevated Hindi word. It's not like a colloquial word. So how would you deal with it? And it would happen every year.
The people had a lot of empathy. They realized that his life is shit anyways. His mom teaches in the same school he studies. His social life is anyways over. Do we really need to burden him with more crap? So they were very nice and considerate about it.
Oh, God. How can we tell our parents, give me 2-3 options? You're too young, I guess. Punit, you happy with your name?
Yeah, it's rare. That helps.
Punit is rare.
But it is not rare.
Amongst left-wingers. Not too many.
Silvery,
Silvery,
yeah,
this
It's
is
similar
very
to
rare.
Utsav. Yeah, Antariksh is very rare. And
Yeah.
the
With
thing
the
is,
X.
everyone knows the meaning of Antariksh also. So throughout my life, whenever everyone hears my name, Antariksh, like they're always the reaction is like, oh,
No, but
Antariksh.
that's just a self-validation. People like to explain the name if they know it.
Yeah, yeah.
You always feel
Correct,
good about
correct.
that in any language.
Exactly, yes.
If you know
Yeah.
what the name is,
But
you're into it like
Similar to Utsav though, not really, but for one day in my 7th standard, my mom, she's a doctor, so she had come to school to to teach us on sex education.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And again, as
that.
as
And
traumatic
you were
as
the
you
experiment
as you
she
can.
was talking about.
Luckily, I was not. She had some drawings and all.
He was in the repercussions.
I have a
Yeah.
story
That was
very
a
similar to Silvery.
Because she didn't get any sex education at the right time.
Yeah.
This is what you're saying, Punit.
So this happened with me. We had a poem on Lord Ganesh, which talks about Kam, Krodh, Moh, Lobh, and everyone in the class is wondering that Krodh, Moh, and Lobh we understand are bad things. What is the problem with Kam? Right? Kam is good. We should work. And
Calm.
then in the front of the Kam, right? My mother tells me, "You are now old enough. Kam ka matlab sex hota hai." And I was
Lust,
like, "Oh my god, fuck! Did my mom just talk about sex in front of a whole class?" And that was like awkward as shit. Like, let's still remember it. So,
Yeah,
Silvery, trust me, you had it much,
One minute.
much better on that one day.
1 minute, but Utsav, this is very scary because you're not the pronunciation is slightly different. Otherwise, what will happen is people get confused when you say "or kaam karo." You're telling them to have more sex. And actually the
I mean, that's why
idea is
we
to
have
actually
1.3
work
billion
more
people, right? So
because
that's
people don't
perfectly
understand
fine.
the difference between calm
Yes.
and calm.
Yeah, fast
and the
काम
English
करो,
word
जल्दी
calm.
काम करो.
हाँ.
कल का काम बाकी है.
Yeah. कभी तक काम
अब और
करेगा.
काम नहीं हो रहा है.
इसके साथ काम करते तू. That's our show. Cheers.
Yes,
हर 3 साल में
correct.
मैं अलग जगह काम करता हूँ.
Silvery, have you ever sent a dick pic yourself?
To myself, yes, all the time.
What about road repair? काम चालू है. Road बंद है. I mean, just thinking, fucking who's having sex there?
correct.
They must be. That's why it never ends. Yeah. Okay.
All
We
right.
have wasted 11 minutes of this show for
Yes.
I don't even know why discussing
But with-
names and yeah.
But with good conversation, that's how we discuss.
It was
the show.
people are just going mad. They're
Yes,
saying,
sir.
"How can you go back to this?
Yes.
This is too good now."
Silver,
Yeah,
if you
fantastic.
believe people come to this show for good conversation, I think you are living a very large Antariksh of delusion. So I think you should just stop this now.
Two things I want to mention. One is Vinay has just sent a little message saying even Vinay is rare. Just to tell people listening to him, he's our producer.
Hey,
He
sure.
needs a
Vinay
hug.
is not
Silvery, he
rare,
needs
bro.
a
What are
hug.
you-
He's feeling
What are you
sad.
talking about, man?
Yeah.
So we have 2 other people in the studio with us right now. There's Vinay
Rishi.
was there, of course, but also Rishi and Shubhankar.
Yeah.
Both of which I would say are rarer names than Vinay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there were
and
3
Rishi
Rishis in
with
my
an
train
H.
compartment right now.
Yeah.
See, I grew up
Huh?
with Rishi with an R, the Rishi Kapoor Rishi.
Are we not
Alright?
going to
Yeah.
address the fact that Cyrus is easily the rarest name on this podcast?
Yeah, what are we talking
But
about? Exactly.
in the Parsi
No, as
community,
a minority,
one of
we
the
have
most
to,
common names.
let
So
it go.
ridiculous. Yeah, I'm like Ramu in the Parsi community or
Good point,
Raju. It's that bad. Punit, I didn't hear what you're saying. I was listening to myself.
As a minority, we have to let that go. So,
Thank you.
I mean,
Underline. I know I don't want to bring this up, but I always get irritated when other minorities say they're minorities next to Parsis. How dare you? How can you be a
I'm
minority
sure.
when
Yeah.
our people are 60,000? I mean, what
I
are you
understand.
talking
Yeah,
about? It's just wrong. Only the tiger and maybe the peacock or something or the white rhino, they have a right to say anything.
No, but
Nobody
you are
else.
aren't Parsi slightly considered like a privileged minority, if I'm not wrong? Isn't
There's
that-
no such
am
thing.
I right to say that?
Once we get minority status, I demand everything that goes with it. Don't tell me privilege. Now you've changed
Listen.
white privilege to minority privilege.
I would like to remind the panel of the definition of a poor Parsi. If your family earns less than 80,000 rupees, you are a poor Parsi. So
Yeah.
please remember where the
Yeah,
rest of the
exactly,
country lies. And
You're
who
still
is the
in
privileged
the
minority.
upper echelon of society, in the 1%.
If
there's
you're
a
living in
comment
the
from a
Bagh, boss.
gentleman. Did you see that comment from a gentleman named Harvesh?
Harvesh Pal.
Harvesh
Yeah,
boss.
He's-
He's
he's-
Parsi.
He's a fellow Parsi,
Yeah.
yes.
Achha, it sounds like a STD though. But
No,
Don't
no,
be mean
Harvesh
to
Pal, you have a
Harvesh
nice
Pal.
name.
He's one of our
Harvesh
top,
was awesome.
listeners. Punit,
Harvesh was
I will
great.
give you a list. The list you cannot abuse. Untouchables. What the government considers sacred
That's
cows.
correct.
Harvesh was one of our sacred cows.
But even Parsis, they name after the famous kings, right? So Darius would be a name, or
Yeah.
who was that guy in 300, the villain?
Okay.
Leonidas.
Xerxes.
Leonidas. No, Xerxes. Yeah, Xerxes is a
Xerxes
Parsi
is the
name.
king, you moron.
Oh, Leonidas was the
is
hero.
the Spartan. You
Yeah.
twit.
Ah, that's what.
Who's good in
I'll
bed
give you a
also. But
li-
anyway, so
lesson in
That's
history
what
right now.
Punit likes.
There's
Xerxes,
Cyrus the
yeah.
Great, there's Darius the First, there's Darius the Great, there's Darius the Second, Darius the Third, there's Xerxes, there's Artaxerxes, there's Xerxes the Second. There are lots of leaders. It goes back the second wave of Parsis. There's Shapur, there's Adeshar. There's no end to them. But now there's nothing left.
So
Now
no
there's
one complains
Rajesh,
कि Xerxes नाम
Rakesh,
मत रखो. He was like
Romesh.
he did genocide and ऐसा कोई बोलता नहीं है क्या?
Eh, nobody remembers, man.
अच्छा उधर उसको पता
time-
नहीं है.
times-
एजुकेशन नहीं है वहाँ पे. IT सेल पहुंचा नहीं
वो
वहाँ तक.
जमाना अलग था, सब भूल गए. It's fine.
Chalo, me and Utsav will discuss
Yes.
Sri Lanka. You guys carry on.
Yes.
They've got a new
300
prime minister
on
in
Sri Lanka.
place who's
Okay.
selling the airline. Do you have that information or not?
I do
He's
not.
decided
But
a very simple process: sell the airline, the national airline, to save them, whatever happens. And
but
to
how
print
much?
the-
How much will that?
Listen.
How much will that help?
Oh, not too much. And then print
Yeah.
notes. You create money. It is the
Hmm.
opposite of India's demonetization. It is remonetization. You just
You know,
print
just-
cash money and
Just
pass it
this
on.
past weekend, I had gone to a place called Smash, which is like an
Yeah,
arcade,
Parel.
but for adults, right?
Where
Yeah,
you
it's an
play
arcade for
cricket
adults.
games and all.
They have their
Oh.
own currency. Like you can buy their coins and all. So Sri Lanka is going the Smash route, like
Wow.
arcade gaming route.
Saying Smash's
Just
GDP is better than Sri Lanka's at the moment.
Yes,
That's your evil
exactly
point.
what I'm saying. Right
That's
now,
disgusting. I'm not
Hey,
taking
who
part
goes
in
to
this.
Smash anymore? Must be only children and like
Yes.
teenagers.
On dates and all, you go like VR shit, you know, like that's what it is,
Dates,
man.
huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, अच्छा, like
अरे
gaming
दीकरा
dates.
गुजराती में smash ने smash
Smash.
हाँ.
Smash
Because-
potatoes.
Because that's what you want to do after the date,
Yeah.
right?
Mashed potatoes.
Yes. Okay, let's get to the topic. All right. The
Really?
first one is yes.
Wow.
All right.
14
First one
minutes.
is
That's a new record, dude.
yeah, I know, right? Pretty cool. So
In recent
this one
times,
is
we've
quite-
done a full 1 hour without a topic. Don't worry. In the old days, and we thought it
Yes,
was
we
great.
have actually.
Then Amit would call us for a talking to.
Yeah.
Like 5
Guys, what is
children who
this,
have
guys?
cheated in class.
Yeah,
Your
Amit
heads
would call
down.
us going, hello. What was that? No episode without.
It has been a terrible episode on IBM Network.
Yeah.
But don't forget to check out. Alrighty.
All right. So basically, a Twitter user by the name of Karishma Malhotra posted this screenshot of her conversation with her Uber driver. Okay, and the conversation is as follows. The woman asks, "आप आ रहे हो ना?" And the driver goes, "आऊँगा 100% मैडम. एक पराठा खा रहा हूँ, आधा बचा है. सच्चाई मैंने बता दी." Okay, and she has posted this saying, "This is the type of honesty I want to achieve in life," which is great. This is just such a great.
Yeah.
Honest.
Why
Uber
did he
driver.
just FaceTime her instead and show he was eating it?
Eating.
Then she
Sure,
could look
eating.
at it and
Yeah, he could have-
look at the watch
right.
at the same time.
That would
It
have been
just shows
most
how low standards women have now for men.
Yeah, I was.
ये सच्चाई बोल दिया.
Thank you for saying that. It's literally like you just be a normal human. That is enough for me.
Yes. I mean, she would have hoped to meat him on Bumble instead.
And also luckily he's not eating meat. There could have been issues what he was eating, but he says the paratha is a pretty safe thing. It's neither here nor there, It's a
Ah.
neutral territory food. So I thought that was a good idea. What is it? Ma'am, मैं तो steak खा रहा हूँ then. What if that
Yeah,
something
but
like that
it would be
happened?
enduring if you're having like a pizza or
There are no
something
beef
else,
parathas, right?
burgers.
Are they?
In
He
Kerala,
didn't
maybe.
say. He
Off
didn't
the
mention.
record, I'll take that
could
off
be.
the record. Off the record, I'll
Don't
take
you
that.
mean buff paratha?
Yeah. Let's just say that there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. Yeah.
Did you see there was a Twitter user who created this huge hue and cry? Jain people in Kochi airport, they said they're using anda pani for
Oh my
making dosas.
God.
And
Yes,
they
I
tagged the
remember this.
DCGI and they tagged everybody and sundry because उसने ठंडा पानी बोला और उसने अंडा सुना. And what is anda pani
Are you
anyway, dude?
kidding?
Yeah.
Yep. This
Thanda
happened
became
for
anda.
real.
So basically, this is but a very common thing, right? Where Uber drivers usually, when they text and all, very often they cancel also. Like, हाँ sir, नहीं आने का है, whatever, नहीं जाने का है. But this guy just being honest is like a very happy story, man. I would say.
No, no.
Souvik
I
is
think
saying-
the fact.
Did-
And the
Sorry,
fact
sorry.
is that see, we often forget that these guys absolutely have no time to rest, to eat, to drink,
True.
to pee. And he's just saying, I really want to come. I just want to be a human being and do this like a normal person. And the woman is like, oh my God, I don't blame her, but it is almost like, this shouldn't be news. This should how a normal life should be. And that's the sad part for me, really.
But Utsav, going back, see Shauvik's comment, the good old times when the standard response was ladka nikal gaya hai. Of course, it's a little bit more for food before your Swiggy and Piggy and all came up. It was always that. Now you call up again, people are asking in the home, where's the food? They make you call again and then, nikal gaya. That was the standard response. I
Good
love
old
that.
times when child labor was still encouraged.
It's still encouraged.
Where you could get away with
The
paying
local Udupi and all
nothing
that,
to
when
the
we
child.
call, the 14-year-old boy comes with a packet and all that. I don't know. Bro, listen,
It's
there's
a
enough.
different thing that even a 50-year-old man comes, it's still called ladka nikal gaya hai. That
Yeah,
man is
that's
still
true.
50 years and he's
That
still
is
ladka.
No,
So,
he's
yeah,
saying
that is
ladka.
insane.
In Malbari area, they don't take that word only. Nikal gaya. parcel nikal gaya ya just nikal gaya. They don't give more details. Why should they give details? No one is left. How can he give details when no one is left? He doesn't have any details. He's a standard line. Ah, bo nikal gaya. Nikal gaya. Bas, ho gaya. Noorani's was famous for it. When we used to call, I used to do a lot of Noorani delivery and call 3 times at least after ordering to check where the order is. 20 minutes from my house. Guys, I could have picked it up in hindsight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
All right. Yes.
Twitter, did that girl give him a 5-star rating or whatever?
I'm sure she must have. She didn't. She hasn't shared more about her conversation with the driver.
And
But
today he's got a job with Elon Musk, who's quit Twitter. That's another controversy. Is he giving up the sale?
I
he
don't
has
know.
quit
He's trying to
Twitter.
get a lower
Quit-
price.
So basically,
I
he's
think it's
trying
a
to back out.
negotiation
He's trying to do all that.
Oh, it's
He's
just
quit
Also,
Twitter.
Twitter employees are happy that he's not going ahead. If he's not going ahead, you know?
But is he really not
Because
going
they don't-
ahead, or is he going
don't-
ahead and as Utsav
not-
says, he's just playing a game?
there are rumors like he's playing a game basically. I think if he has pledged and was
How the hell do you know?
I just talked to him right now, man. Like good man, and he was like, I'm not that serious, you know. Silvery.
When you wear a
He
sweater
watches
in
the show, by the
Mumbai,
way.
Cyrus, then
Yeah.
people assume you know things.
Yeah.
No, he's a Uber driver also to kill
Yeah,
time
correct.
sometimes when he has nothing to do.
He has parathas before coming to come pick me.
You have
Yeah.
15 cars, no? You could do a Uber
15
driver thing.
What is 15 cars?
Yeah,
No,
it's
Who
for-
has 15
Yeah,
cars?
he
I'm
has
not
on
Ambani.
the record. He has 9 cars. I don't know about the
Yeah.
others. If there's off the record.
I like how it
black
keeps
mark.
increasing every time.
Honestly, how many
thing
cars do you
is-
have, Silvery? Honestly, tell us. Just once and for all, let's end
5.
this.
5.
5 cars.
It was 6 and we gave one away to a relative and now it's 5.
Wow. Who
But
does
that
We
that?
relative-
are, we are like that.
But that relative has it
Khandani.
forever.
Can we be your
Khandani
relatives?
Gadi owners.
What is the procedure to be your relative? Stuff?
Yes.
They didn't want that person
First,
to come
you have
and
to be in a
visit them.
land dispute with them. Then you can be
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
correct. There's an inheritance problem and we gave the car. No, that's
But
not
you're
what
in the
it
process of buying a 6th car, right? Because you had this conversation before. And you said that you've given it to him, but you're buying a new car. Something like that.
I'm not sure. We're not thinking of anything right now. Did I say
Achha.
that last time? I don't think so.
This is a very small issue for him, Cyrus.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't even
I know.
remember.
The
Yeah.
fact that he's hesitating means he doesn't want to talk about it because
I
obviously
can
when
just
we're looking at
I can just
BMW,
buy-
the big
I can
three,
just buy
Audi.
all of
Oh.
yeah, I can just buy all of Ola and all of Uber, you know, right? So I can just have a taxi wherever I want to go, man. Like whatever.
And you'll get friendship with Karishma, whatever her name was. Yeah.
Yes,
Chinmay-
correct, Karishma Mehrotra. Okay,
Chinmay
I thought about
Chinmay
Karishma
says,
Kapoor.
Silvery, aapka dil bahut bada hai. Sadly, only
Thank
aapka
you.
dil. Oh, what is
Yes.
it?
Thank you. All right, next one. Next up is a slightly disturbing story, but again fascinating as hell.
Yes.
There is this. So this is out from Oklahoma in the U.S. In the United States, where a woman and her friend, filled the woman's husband's phone with child porn in order to get him arrested, so that she wins the upcoming custody battle for her children.
I think it's beautiful. Dude.
Great thinking.
Motherly love. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like
As an
next
Indian,
level.
I can
This is-
appreciate the thinking,
Yeah.
but horrible thing to do. But yeah,
It is a horrible thing to do.
yeah.
So basically, what happened is, this woman got a hold of her husband's smartphone and started taking screenshots of 857 child pornography videos. Okay, just
But it'll be
trigger
shady
alert
because
for
it'll happen
anyone if
instead of being over many years. The
Very
content is
something.
in just a short burst, so that looks wrong, right?
Wow.
look
That's a great point,
no.
Cyrus.
Correct? Yeah.
But who does that?
Should
Doesn't
have
make any sense. They had a festival. They had a porn
Correct.
child
Yeah,
festival
like
thing.
one
doesn't make any
they
sense.
decided. Yeah. So basically, then they went to the cops with that phone, handed it to the cops, saying, "Okay, my friend." Like the woman said, my friend saw my husband watching
Witness,
this
huh?
watching this at our house, and they gave it to the police, and the police went ahead and arrested the husband, and he was
Correct.
in jail for a night. But while he was arrested, the police started thinking, okay, why doesn't his current phone have any of these things on it? You know, like why doesn't his current phone have like?
You have to
some
be a
sort of-
consistent pedophile. That's the point. That's
Yeah.
a very, very fair
Yeah.
point. I
Yeah.
always say
So
when
then-
people accuse me of Me Too
Yeah.
and all, I say, look at 25 years of a career. If only 11 girls have said things against me in 25 years, it's not enough. You've got to
Don't
have
say
year
that.
by year,
Don't
saal
say
pe
that.
saal. Utsav,
Don't
back me
say
up.
that.
Back me up as a Bengaluru resident. Back me up on
no,
this.
No.
I don't mean that Utsav. Bhai, I'm talking to our Utsav. Our Utsav is...
Sorry,
yeah,
Cyrus. Completely disagree with you on this. Completely disagree with you on this.
he's Masoom himself, bhai. Masoom personified. What are you
No.
talking about?
All right. But so basically, this man was arrested for a night, and the police are thinking, okay, why doesn't his current phone have this stuff on it? And then they started suspecting the wife, and they started so they got a warrant to check the wife's phone. And on the wife's phone, they realized that this was premedicated. This was like a thing that the two friends had been planning for a while. and now the wife is facing legal troubles.
But there's a statistic which is wild and vague, but it says that 70 world over, across cultures, 75% and above crimes are committed by family members against each other.
That
It-
they
it-
do
it-
say,
it-
yes.
Yes.
It's a fantastic,
they do say,
staggering
right?
figure.
Like normally when the husband is killed, it's the wife. And when the wife is killed, it's the husband.
So all over the
You know,
world,
it's
you don't
like-
be in
it's
India
like a
or
very-
Germany
yeah.
or wherever, all over the world,
Don't
the
get
couples
married.
first look at the spouse, then look at the in-laws, then look at the own parents. They will look at it. That's it. If you want to commit a crime, just make sure you're not a blood relative. You'll get away. I'm telling you, I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
Punit, good thinking, right?
I'm not surprised really. No, a lot of what passes off at parental love is just greed and selfishness. No, you see, so many moms they will even protect their son who is rapist because their
The
son.
son,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you see the
Yeah.
lengths to which moms go to defend their son's habits. कि हाँ वो दारू पीता है, डॉक्टर ने बोला उसको जब वो बीमार पड़ जाता है ना, डॉक्टर ने told him.
They are so proud of it.
packs a day. Yeah, सिगरेट पीना पड़ता है उसको बेचारे को. बहुत स्ट्रेस है.
Yeah,
Also
just
emotional-
yesterday-
Emotional
Yeah,
imbalance, no? Because the whole idea, because you're so close to people, you're emotionally so over the top. So your reactions
Yeah.
are amplified, which perhaps you won't do if you're a little away from the situation.
Correct.
But you didn't tell us how it ended. So what's the end of
So
this
it ended
story?
with she's facing legal troubles now because.
But he's
of-
out. He's
firstly-
out.
He's out. He's out.
He's watching his porn in
Everything is
peace.
cleared.
Regular.
I have a
porn.
larger-
Regular.
I have a larger question. What happened to the child? Because the child is just screwed
So-
now, no matter what.
I know.
I know, right? I think the husband will end up winning this custody battle because now he has grounds to prove that this
No, it's
woman
like
is
defamation of sorts, first and
unstable, I
foremost.
guess.
Fraud,
You know?
everything comes into it. And at the end of the day, to put a pedophilic sort of thing on the guy, because that kills you in the West, at least, and perhaps here also now. You're finished. You can't get a job. You can't live in a society. It stays with you forever.
Yeah, exactly. It could have easily finished off everything. Yeah, it could have been in jail for years and years and years. It
But
could
the
have, yeah.
child can join the Republican Party now. No? He can become part of the Trump campaign again.
Why?
That's how they recruit. Yeah.
No, he has to go to the Jerry Springer show. They have those strange
oh,
stories.
yeah, yeah. Jerry Springer show,
Is
yeah,
that still around though?
Dr. Oz.
There'll be
Jerry
another
Springer,
version of it. Yeah.
You know, yeah. Dr. Oz. Similar. No?
Kafi bad nahi hai. The Jerry Springers where I slept with my mother's sister
Yeah.
and all that nonsense.
Okay,
I mean, it's
that's true.
ridiculous.
Yeah. That's true.
Don't we have an Indian version of that Jerry Springer show? होना मांगता है ना?
Many.
Let's
Most
make
of our
it,
shows
no?
are like
It should
that.
be us.
कौन
Have
सा?
you watched the news? English news at 9. It's exactly like that.
Oh, have you seen those fake videos of like these purported godmen who are like, are you ready? Are you ready? And they're like, so they're like a couple will come on stage and the woman apparently has like cancer of the kidney or something like that. Right? And this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
will be like, put his hand on the kidney like, are you ready? He's shouting the entire
Yeah.
time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, and so like he cures her and she has seems like a seizure on the ground on stage.
Conversion
Can you-
conclaves.
Yes, and gets up all perfectly fine, jumping around. I'm like, sure, that's exactly what happened.
But can we get
I
this
believe
guy
it.
who does this? Are you ready? Because I like his voice style and pitching style.
Yeah.
To do our voiceovers. We tried Amit, we tried you. Let's go for this fresh thing. We might get
Are
in
you
more
ready?
market.
This week on IVM,
Are you ready? Come and play the fighting.
faith healing is called. Okay, Chinmay
Faith
Mishra
healing.
says that is called faith healing surgery.
Now I understood why our podcast has a few listeners. They are here only to correct us.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
all they do. They sit there and say, Mishek,
इस पॉडकास्ट में बहुत ignorance है.
bullshit. And send the next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Janat says, I thought
Alright.
Sylvie was selling something. Oh, he's selling his soul,
Not yet.
poor chap.
No,
I
he's
mean,
selling his
one day
supercar.
sell that awful sweater and track shirt or whatever the hell that he wears on top of a full
Man,
bush
these
shirt.
are all fab. Okay, these are all very good material and very comfortable.
Scenery
For
is
Poland.
very
Sell them to
good.
people.
For Estonia,
Sell them to
for the
people if they want.
Arctic, for where polar bears roam. Yeah. What
What
DTH
DTH
service have we
service
subscribed to? Says Grim Fantasy. And
Silver
they
is
carry
selling
on.
his soul, but Jesus wants a discount.
Oh.
It's a sad
Okay.
story.
Ouch! Punit, round one, comes out both hands, blasting.
Yeah.
The 3-punch Ali shuffle and then the Tyson uppercut. Okay, before we go to break, let's get one quick one in.
Yeah, one quick one. Basically, so this is the update for the story that we covered last week, I believe it was, where the differently abled child and his parents were allowed to
Indigo.
board the Indigo flight.
Indigo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the DGCA, which is the Directorate General of
For
Civil
Civil
Aviation,
Aviation.
that decides basically like
Tribunal they put
Here's
up to decide
cases
the
in
case.
this.
Yeah, ha.
exactly, yeah, they have come out against Indigo, saying that these guys acted inappropriately. Indigo acted inappropriately. They should have made it more easier for the child and his parents to board, and basically they did not follow procedures. They did not what is supposed to be the way to go about these things. Indigo did not follow those procedures, and sadly, the parents and the child had to be put through.
I
what they
think
were
that
put
the tribunal has been guilty of internet bullying. So they've gone with what the internet tells you immediately that you were wrong.
through.
And they've
I
gone on
did
that
think
side.
that could be right.
Because
If you follow the story, there's one lady who reported most of it, and she seems very enthusiastic to get some traction for
but
herself.
no, but the DGCA would have talked to other people.
become a
would have talked
crusader
to
over
people,
this, yeah.
won't just
No, now
I wish
it's,
I was
it's
one of
just
one
that
person, no.
it's just that what Sarah said, too much no anger over it, so they have to look
They
like
have
they
to
did
look
something.
good. Okay,
And
maybe.
government always wants leverage with these people, no, with the
That's-
companies. It's like a stick to beat them with.
Puneet, what you're saying,
And
it would not happen to SpiceJet, where apparently some of their shares are owned by the.
Possibly, and they
Andar
don't
ki
have
baat
money
hai.
to
Let
give
Utsav
any-
take that. I don't know much. Utsav will explain. He's a
What?
son of an adhyapak. He
Wait,
knows more than us.
Are you talking about me? Do
Actually,
I own
they are both
SpiceJet?
sons of
Is that what you're
adhyapaks.
saying?
We have two academics,
I don't even know
bhai. We have proper studious India represented for the first time. Of course, what their parents think of them now is another
Yeah.
story.
and the rule they cited was that no, if a traveler is
Yeah.
in obvious state of panic, we can't let him board because it's a flight risk, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And because people are so eager to be good Samaritans, no, because they have sinned so much, no, now they see an opportunity to do something nice, everybody jumps on it, and people created so much noise that the child got more.
That's true.
He panicked more.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's really tough, this decision that had to be made in the times we live in.
Yeah.
10-20 saal pehla, perhaps it would not be so tough. This was a high-handed behavior 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's a little tough because making a call saying people are panicking, my job is on the line. What if I make the wrong call on this particular situation? Is the kid a bit of a, what's the right word
The
to
child
use?
was
PR-wise?
hysterical, like no, because he has
Hysterical.
some,
So then, yeah, what would we do? I don't know. I think they've just gone
because
with the
to their
internet.
credit, every flight has 4 or 5 moms who are clearly healthy, but they yet choose to take the wheelchair and they accommodate all of those people. No, just because they can cut the line, etc. I'm sure.
Puneet, not moms. Your very close friend Kunal Vijayekar has done this jugaad. He goes there, puts on the neck brace, and then talks in Marathi to some guy like he's an old abandoned Maharashtrian resident outside Navi Mumbai. And then they put him in the wheelchair and he goes. And then he promptly gets up and then springs up to put his handbag. Everything is great. Changes into track pant for the journey, all that. And I mean, this is part of Indian culture now. We can't change it, yeah. I recommend it to everyone. Whoever has the ability to do it, please do it because it's very peaceful. You sit on your chair, they push you, your mind is shut. You don't have to think about which gate, where everything is done for you. It's lovely.
Yeah,
It's a great way. It's a better way to travel than flying. If they could take the wheelchair all the way from, say, Mumbai to Rajkot, he would take it. Honestly.
Actually, yes.
What are we doing, Silvery?
Should we go into the Jupiter improv segment just before our break?
Let's ask Bagaichi what to do. Nice shirt, Puneet, says Bagaichi.
It's a brand called No Nasties. And
No
You
Nasties.
can't do that. You can plug your brand. Are they paying?
Wait,
It's not my brand, but they do something good for the environment. Why will I not talk about? I
Oh,
don't
wait.
do
It's
He's trying to-
called
he's trying to get
Nasties
work
and
from
we
them.
have a stand-up comedy endorsing it. What is happening to comedy in India?
Yeah. He's a virgin. No nasty is nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is our Jupiter segment for today. The prompt is tracking your bank loans is as difficult as are the chances of KKR winning this year's IPL, according to
As
Sai Sinclair.
difficult as finding Kane Williamson a batting spot in any IPL team.
Is as difficult as Silvery deciding whether to buy the 6th car or not.
Yes, that is a difficult decision. Yes, absolutely.
Difficult.
It's as difficult as going to Morol in an afternoon.
Marol. Hate Marol.
Is as difficult as taking egg out of my teeth after I eat 12 eggs in 7 minutes. I find that really difficult these days. Because also the gaps have become all over the
Yeah.
place as you age. Because don't laugh about these guys. They're all coming to you. I want to live just to
understand.
look at the next generation and say, fuck you. When you
Like,
have to
I
spend the whole day
understand. I have
going,
to I have to think twice before eating mutton nowadays. I know exactly what you mean.
that means you've got
Because of
your
this.
teeth are spreading. It's
Yeah,
like
there are some
the blue-
parts. Yeah, it is how it is.
No.
Yeah, you know,
So
that's
because of age, they move a little bit. When they move
Okay,
a little bit,
let's,
Too much
the
information.
let's come back
and
to
all that
this.
gets stuck. So what I'm
Let's come
saying
back
is,
to the
Where is the buzzer when you need it?
Silvi, do you do any sexually? Are you into this whole oral thingy? So just be careful, all right, bro? Be very careful because things that get stuck in your teeth,
Okay,
and
okay.
then it's difficult to explain.
This is
You know, to
this is a
people in the
segment,
society, in the building itself. Yeah.
Cyrus.
So I'm just saying.
this
Yeah.
is
Okay.
this is a,
Back
Cyrus
to
is a
Jupiter.
halal compliant
Yeah.
show. Cyrus, you can't say all these
Yeah.
things.
You know, my mom said.
Oh, tracking your bank loans is as difficult as me sitting through the movie Thar on Netflix this past weekend.
There's a
Starring
movie called
Anil
Thar.
Kapoor and Harshit.
No, that's the Jeep,
Yeah.
you idiot.
No. There's a movie starring Anil Kapoor
About the
and
Jeep?
Harshvardhan Kapoor.
No,
No,
not
about
about the
the
Jeep.
desert Thar. It's based in Rajasthan.
Oh.
But man, what a terrible movie! It just so many bad things. I'll tell you about it after the break if you want. But
Wow.
terrible movie.
Yeah. This is Thar East or Thar West? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, is you get down on the east side of Thar and yes. All right.
Stop.
Tracking your bank loans is as difficult as the Mumbai Metro being completed on time ever, which is never.
Tracking your bank loans is as difficult as trying to show interest in this stupid question that Sylvie is pushing down our throats every half an hour. Of course, we love the
All
brand, but
I
what is the
get it.
shirt brand that hijacked my Jupiter brand right now? What? No nasty.
No nasties.
Yeah.
No nasty.
No
Nasties.
And it's environmentally friendly in what way?
So they make sure that the cotton that is used, there is no fertilizer, no pesticide. The farmers are paid. They do just one shop in Goa, so it's not like a big brand.
He gave up. He gave up halfway. He was trying to do a crusade and then said, okay.
No, I've
save
been
it for
told no
something
no brands unless Amit has approved of them. So
Oh, which Amit? We have our Amit. It is one and the
Alright.
same, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, before
I
that-
got one more. What tracking your bank loans is as difficult as being a co-founder of a startup and not being a prick.
Coming from Bangalore, oh my God, this hit home to me.
Yes, I get it. I totally get it. Yes. All right. Cyrus, yes.
Tracking your bank loans is as difficult as finding an autowala in Bangalore who goes by meter.
Tracking your
Nice,
bank
nice.
loans is as difficult as trying to adjust your jock strap while you're working out and there are women in the gym. That's a real pain in the ass, man. I don't know if you guys go through
All
that.
right, cool.
Especially while squatting. Man, I gotta tell you, and I have mastered so many techniques. Like I do a sneeze and I go into my crotch area and I pull and I go back up. And half my the anxiety and stress of that is worse than the workout because you don't want some woman saying, "Hey, he was flashing me," but you know how it gets caught in the jock strap. What are you gonna do? You need to have a release. How do we explain it to people? That is purely not sexual.
Nobody
It's
uses jock
pain.
straps anymore. Like this is like you're stuck in the 80s, I think.
I use jock straps, brother. I don't take any chances. That's all I wear. Jock. Sometimes I wear a bra, but mostly jock. Okay, now
right.
let's go into a quick Jupiter money break while Punit does the no nasties dance song. Can you do the no nasty dance?
Yeah, it's like this. Okay, not enough space.
Okay, don't break. Don't break
It's
the
quite a
IVF
nasty
studio.
dance.
Yeah. Everything's on Bada. We've not paid for anything. Okay, here is quick Jupiter money break.
Hello, everybody. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On The Habit Coach, communication consultant Cass Thomas tells Ashton why communication always needs to start with us. Misconduct is back with Season 3. Raghavi and Nisha tell us the real-life story of Gangubai Kathiawadi. On Audio Gyan, Kedar asks architect Fernando Vello about the future of maps in the digital era. On Naan Curry, Sadaf and Archit break down the history of India's most important ingredient, milk. And on Marathi Kirkitun, the Deshmukhs talk about Ravi Kiran Mandal and his contribution towards Marathi poetry. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, we've been doing a series of profiles of people within the office, so do check that out for sure. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platforms you're listening on. And you can also check us out on YouTube. We have a page on our website, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, with a list of all our channels. We're also doing a small listener survey to better understand how you, the listener, responds to the advertising on our network. And also, we just want to know a little bit more about you. We would really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It will really help us build some better shows for you. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the network this week, SBI Life Insurance and Jupiter, a digital banking app.
Oh, welcome back. Has Amit changed the voiceover to only one hello instead of three hellos because of the trolling? Shavik, it's all called editing. I don't think he's changed anything. Would you like to take the answer for that, Silvery?
I don't.
Pay attention to the break. I am busy playing with myself in the 3 minutes.
Has Amit changed the voiceover to only one hello instead of three hellos because of trolling? I think that definitely had an impact.
Some
for
people
sure.
say trolling is feedback.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so negative.
No, come on, guys.
He'll come back. He'll rotate it.
It's a signature tune that hello.
Yeah,
we all
hello,
want
hello,
that.
hello.
Everybody
Yeah, we
dreams
do.
of the hello, hello, hello. In fact, if Amit calls me.
I'll pass
if-
this on to him. Yes.
No, Sylvie, when he calls me for some normal stuff, whatever, and he doesn't say hello 3 times, I put the phone off. And I text him, I want 3 hellos.
Wait,
not
who is
answering.
this and how did you get Amit's phone?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
we have
next up
time
is-
for half a topic.
Yes, okay. So the half a topic today is about a woman.
Have you become soft?
a very impressive a very impressive woman from Tamil Nadu. She's 57 years old, and for
Hey,
the last
hello.
36
Some of us are in our 50s. There's no need to make a big case of that.
I didn't say
So
anything.
unnecessary.
I said her age.
So, wow, 57. मैं तो 50 आ गए. Kunal is 58 on Thursday. 58. He's more than the
Oh, wow.
Tamil Nadu woman.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
So good for Kunal. Happy birthday, Kunal. 57 years of this woman, and the last 36 years of her life she has spent as a man, living as a man, disguised as a man. She's not a man, like she's not got any procedures.
So she doesn't have to adjust the
But-
jockstrap while she squats and all that. So she's not
Yeah,
really
no,
a man.
None of that.
in that sense.
Not really a man. The reason she
Fair,
did this is she got married back in the day, and within 15 days of her marriage, her husband passed away.
Sorry?
Okay, but she was pregnant and she gave birth to a daughter, and she started working as like a mazdoor on construction sites and other places, etc., etc.
As a male.
but was often no, as a woman at first after her husband died. But she started getting harassed because everywhere she would go, she would just get harassed, and people would pass comments, etc., etc. And so then what happened is she decided, okay, I will change my disguise. I will live as a man, disguise myself as a man, so that my daughter can grow up safely in this patriarchal society. And that's what she thought.
Wow.
And then she's
But
lived
this
like a man ever
sounds
since.
great, but I find the execution difficult. You can't just become
I
a
know.
man and fool everybody if you're female.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
it won't be that easy.
So then, like
Like when
after
you
a
go to the
few
male
years of
urinal
her-
to pee, when she goes to pee, for example, with the other fellow males, and then
No, but you don't go into the urinal, right?
suddenly
You always go
squats.
into the other one. Don't go into the urinal. Always go into the cheaper one.
But some of the cheaper places, for us men, we just pee against the wall, no? That's the general
mean,
urinal
But
without
then
any.
You get away with it.
How's she going to pee at that point, bro?
This is
don't know.
definitely good script for the OTT platform.
You haven't thought this
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
scene that will change Indian
I
cinema.
didn't.
She gets to
I
the
didn't make this
wall.
up.
I am
Yeah.
waiting for Akshay Kumar to become that person
Yeah.
because he's the
yeah.
only one who can play all
Yeah,
these roles
sure,
because it's not allowed
sure.
for anyone else anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any socially relevant role is what you're saying, Utsav. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So since then, her daughter is also grown up now, and the daughter is also married, and she could have stopped stop disguising herself as a man, but she said like, now this is my
Do you
life
have a
now. I've
picture?
just lived like this.
Even though it's an audio show.
I do actually. Wait, I will just share it with you.
So for those who are not able to see the picture, I don't know how to tell you what it looks like, but we'll anyway take a look. Because you got a picture of her as a man, right? I mean, there's no point showing us her as a woman.
as a comparison of before and after
Oh,
of
great,
what she looked like
great,
before she became
great.
disguised herself. Started disguising herself.
Because we've seen this in Hollywood and Bollywood all the time, and they have transformations which involve huge makeup jobs and lots of money and lighting, etc., etc. I just find this. Was a Dustin Hoffman film also, Tootsie? Or Gene Hackman? I can't remember.
I mean, we had Chachi 420 also transforming the
Which
other
is a
way.
remake of that Robin Williams film.
Doubtfire.
Yeah,
The Mrs.
Yeah.
Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
So the thing is, but there's no way she'll have that access to that makeup. Firstly, and those are scenes which are short for duration time. You're doing it, trying to fool people for what, 12 hours a day or something like that. It's a little hard to understand.
There could be an easy hack. No, you just spit everywhere, and then people assume
And
that
scratch.
you're just one of us.
Spit and scratch. Those are two good hacks.
Spit
I'll
and
give you that.
scratch.
Yeah.
So
Also
that's
feel we
the-
touch our face more than women. Like I'm always doing this, always scratching and pulling at your face. There are a few things that
Yeah.
let's
Cyrus,
for
so,
those who
on the
can't
right here,
see, Sylvie, can you describe him and her?
I don't know how to describe the man.
But to
Look,
me-
the man side of her looks like a man. So basically, left
Yeah.
and right, we are seeing.
Like because you've
the
told me she was a
after and
woman,
before
so I
images.
immediately feel doubt. But if you hadn't
Yeah.
told me, I probably wouldn't have. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. But the way she has cut her hair and the way her face looks, it
There's a
actually looks
jawline.
very similar to like a man.
She has more jawline
Yeah.
than me, Utsav. No,
Yeah,
I'm thinking I'm a woman. I didn't know it.
But-
yeah.
I've been a woman for so many years.
You are too busy adjusting your jockstrap in the gym, so your jawline is not going to go anywhere.
I didn't say there was anything in the jockstrap. It was just uncomfortable.
But again, I must say, commendable, sad, and impressive that she did this for so long and had
I'm
to do
still
this.
stuck
Felt
at
the need to
that
do this for so long.
I think it's just sad
Yeah.
through and through that just wanting for her daughter to exist normally, she has
Very
to go through a complete transformation of herself. By the way, I think this is a perfect setup for the kind of penetrating social commentary Punit does on his stand-ups. I must recommend everyone to go and check it out. Very, very good stuff.
Awesome.
And this time we are recommending
just
something
before-
he hasn't written yet.
Just before the
He
show
hasn't written
started,
it yet.
Punit was like, who is this Utsav? Huh? Who's going to be joining me?
It wasn't that
On the-
condescending.
He
Okay, I
said
just said, who is Utsav? Who is this Utsav?
By the way,
Hey,
on the
Silvery,
Rekha
there's a huge difference between who is one sec.
shows
That
on
one
YouTube.
word changes everything. One sec,
Yes.
Utsav. Is it who
Yeah.
is this Utsav or who is
This.
Utsav? Because who is Utsav?
It
If you
was
don't know who
actually
the person
that.
is. Who is
He actually
this?
said that.
Who is that?
He
Who
actually
is
said-
that Utsav?
Yeah. It was that
That's
Utsav.
grammatically wrong. Firstly, I don't know who that is.
So it could only be Silvery then.
All right.
And
So,
Utsav
okay.
goes out of his way to praise him for stand-up which he has not written, which shows that he thinks he's so great that potentially it will happen for sure. It's like that. Fabulous. Punit,
No. Some of his jokes have really, really stuck with me as very, very socially relevant.
it's a fan moment, Punit. At least show some
Absolutely.
emotion, you
Right.
bastard. Nothing.
I
I'm
highly
so- I'm
recommend
big-
checking out the time he talks about his cook from Andhra and asking him to take, an airplane instead of a bus. And I'm not going to say anything
Yeah.
else because it's going to spoil the
Yeah.
joke. But
Yeah,
so
yeah.
stay with me.
I'm being humble, Cyrus. Yesterday, someone recognized me in Lokhandwala in Kandivali. And and
All right.
like,
So,
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay, sorry, please go.
so he's like, hey, do you stay here? I said, no, I stay in the poor part of Kandivali East. So he's like, okay. Then he refused to take the selfie.
He got discriminated against in the suburbs of suburbs.
Yes.
मतलब कांदिवली ईस्ट था तो like please. I mean,
It is the Indian way. Is it not the Indian way? We will find layer after layer after layer of more divisiveness. It's fantastic. Sorry, Silvery, you have some path-breaking topic.
Yes,
What
I
is
do.
it?
It is so basically it became a running joke that Punit is always late on the show. So we had put out a tweet.
You can't say
saying,
anything.
I was late.
What are you
once.
talking about? What is that thing about the pot and the kettle and the color, which I don't want to mention because then you'll say it's PR nonsense and all that. But hello, Silvery, where's Rishi now? Rishi, Vinay, where are you? Where are your comments
When
now?
am I? I've never been
Every
late.
day for the last 10 minutes before the show, we are all asking each other, where's Silvery? Okay.
But am I late for the show?
Today you had who's Utsav? We have where is Silvery? It's similar every day.
Okay, but the joke somehow has become that Silvery is on time and Punit is late. Sorry,
Because
sir.
you're telling it, huh?
Yes.
Huh.
And we put out a tweet asking people, what should be Punit's punishment for coming late? And this is so some of the.
He's already
things
got his
people wrote
punishment
back.
by coming on the show. What worse can
Yeah,
you
I know, right? What else can we?
do?
So some of the suggestions are as follows. Someone named Dharma he says the handle is at Life Tree India. He says let Cyrus go for rapid fire session with Punit and get him into a fix and embarrassed. Cyrus is good in that and it can be hilarious. It will be clash of great comedians of all time. To and fro
Oh.
is preferred.
They want us to do a Karan Johar. Huh? What's your favorite color?
Yes.
And before you answer the
Yes,
next
all
question, are you veg or
Yeah, yeah.
non-veg? So,
Yeah.
if you were
Who do you rate?
bisexuals, what would
Yeah.
you do?
Who's your favorite? Rate Ranveer,
Yeah.
Aditya, and then
And there's
Shah
no
Rukh.
coffee
I don't
hamper.
know.
There is now only one coffee
Yes.
which Punit is already drunk. So because bacha nahi hai to win for.
Yeah.
Traveling comedian who in
Yeah.
every suburb gets a different form of respect. That's another story.
Kansha has said, please don't punish him. He is one of the only comics I still like after Varun Grover and Sanjay Rachora. Which is again very
Wow.
complimentary, very cool.
That's
But look at
very-
that.
In Kandivali East, by the way.
Every finally someone
Yes.
telling the truth that these stand-up comedians are choots. Finally, it's coming out. We can't do anything. It's a backhanded compliment, but it's abusing the whole industry or so-called industry.
Oh, Jessica Joshi has said, "Bua ha ha ha! How bad a singer is Punit Pania? Can we make him sing?"
Is it so? Punit, not a very good singer?
I mean, I'm so bad that it'll be too low for this show also.
Oh,
I
no,
think
but nothing is
there's
too
only
low for
one
this
way to
show.
find out. There's only one way to find out, really,
Ah.
Punit.
You had
Let's,
written an anthem for the VHP, no? As a card-carrying member and spokesperson.
As a
Oh.
ghostwriter, actually.
I see. And you wrote it in English, so they didn't pay you for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, what's it called? Samjha nahi.
We can do the famous song, no? Tel laga lo dabar ka naam mita do babar.
Well, I don't know the song, but was that you singing it or saying it?
Yeah, this is me singing. It's
Yes.
top of the
Oh,
charts.
you
like,
say the song very well. Eh? Nice.
This is
So
Sindhi for rhythm and poetry, bro. I'm getting it
Yeah.
totally. He's got that little
it's
speech and everything.
spoken
Yeah.
word. It's spoken word.
Spoken word,
Yeah,
okay.
anything you say with feeling is poetry now.
That's correct.
All right.
Def Jam. All right.
Okay.
next up, we have a very fun segment.
I don't know why you guys do that. Why do you put pressure on ourselves? I'm trying to tell you, let's never say that. Let's always say like we have some shit coming up and we don't know what it is. And then everybody's okay. Because there's just no pressure.
Sure.
That's why I never say my kids are good looking or something. Oh, I'm such a cute kid. You never say that because everyone's looking at the kid and think, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a little fat thing.
Guys, we have a very shitty segment coming up.
Thank God.
No, it's a very fun segment. Basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to put out some quotes, okay? And you have to tell me whether this game is called Biden or Bachchan. You have to tell me the quote was done by Joe Biden or Amitabh Bachchan, okay? That's it. It's a pretty simple game. And we'll see how it goes.
Silver, you have way too much free time in life to come up with.
I know, right?
Silver, we're on the clock here, so we have to finish this fast into 2-3 AMAs so fast and go.
Yes, cool.
Biden or
All right,
Bachchan?
the first one. For all three of you can participate, please. The first one is, it's a war zone, my body, and one which has been through a great deal.
Bachchan.
Bachchan.
Okay. Cyrus?
I would go with Biden the first half and then Bachchan finish the sentence.
It is Bachchan, yes. You're right.
I win?
That's correct. Yes. All three of you win.
Thank you.
Something. I don't know what yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Right
Next
to
up
the
is,
next question, which we are so excited to do. Let's go.
Yeah. Next one is, no one is perfect and criticism is always welcome and expected.
Biden.
All right.
Biden.
All right. All
Because
three of
he's
you are
only
wrong.
defending himself. Amitabh's quotes will be, at least some will be positive.
All three of you are wrong. That was Amitabh Bachchan after all.
Amitabh Biden. This is the third guy.
Amitabh Bachchan, yes.
Is it
All right.
because
Naam
he
to
recently
suna hi
did the
hoga.
Pan Masala ads? But never mind.
Could be.
Chalo
All right,
jaldi.
this one's nice. This one, reality has a way of intruding. Reality eventually intrudes on everything.
Bachchan.
Biden.
I'm saying Biden.
Yeah, it is Biden. So, two tings and one.
Punit, if I'm not wrong, you're wrong in all three at the moment. Huh?
No, I said Bachchan. See, to be fair, this is like a 50% chance of being right.
You just go with one answer every time is what is your
The
technique.
real question is who will die first?
Yeah.
Or is Amitabh already dead? That's my theory. That Amitabh had died a few years back and now they have a body double who does all the ads for him. Because there's not much to it. Like you need one French beard and everybody can do his voice. And there's a toupee. So
Why him? He's not hurt anyone. Why him? Let's
All right,
stick with the
let's-
political.
have you seen him on Twitter? He's like the worst WhatsApp uncle on Twitter.
What? I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't
No,
follow.
dude, you got too much angst for. Shruti says she likes the buzzer.
Okay, nice.
Finally,
So,
someone likes something
that's-
about the show. It may not be us, but it's,
Yeah,
it's something from the
that's-
show. We can
that's
claim a
someone
victory.
hitting on Rishi right now. That's
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
hitting on
yeah.
Rishi right now. Yeah. All right,
And
last one.
Laurie Rowley says, amazing game, Silvery. Kudos to whoever came up with it. What's your Cocker Spaniel's name, Silvery? I don't even know.
Lorry. Sorry, Lorry. Sorry.
Come on, last time. Last one. Come on, fast.
All right. Last one is failure at some point is in your life is inevitable, but giving up is
Oh,
unforgivable.
you're telling us.
But giving up is unforgivable. Whose code is that?
Biden.
Bachchan.
Biden or Bachchan?
Bachchan.
Okay, we got one Biden, one Bachchan. Cyrus?
Bachchan.
Bachchan. It's actually Biden.
Yes.
I think he's just going with
and one
whatever
thing
we
was
say as he'll go with the other thing.
But it's
Terrible
not.
teaching.
Utsav said Biden. No, Utsav said Biden.
Utsav is doing the
Biden,
same thing
yeah.
we did in the SAT exam. You just go
Chalo.
with one answer throughout. Start.
All right. That
AMAs.
brings us to the AMAs.
What is the workplace and how does your gender and body affect your right at work? Hey, I'm Priya Mirza, and on the Longest Constitution podcast, we critically examine the vision of the Indian Constitution and laws. In season 1, we looked at sex, gender, sexuality in India, and the landmark judgments which transformed our rights as citizens in this country. In season 2, we discussed the laws which shape the workplace and examine how ability, competence, and merit impact us, and much more. Join me, Priya Mirza, every Wednesday only on the IVM Podcast app, website, and all the major podcast streaming platforms.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored. I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
All right. Shavik Bakchi has the first AMA. He says, Silvery is an architect. Punit and Utsav are MBAs. Cyrus was doing his LLB. How did you guys convince your family on following your passion? Did you guys face any difficulties?
Go.
Surprisingly
Yes.
not. Actually.
Yes, we did. So I finished my architecture and decided to not pursue it. And I was very scared to tell my parents, hey, I want to waste your money more to do a diploma in acting from Anupam Kher's Actor Prepares, because that's what I did right after architecture. And it was firstly the stupidest decision of my life to waste all that money on that course.
On
It was
Anupam
stupid.
Kher.
On Anupam Kher, yes.
Because Anupam Kher could have taught you more about architecture than acting. You missed a beat.
He could
there.
have, but that's not true. He's actually a great actor, I must say. Regardless of whatever his politics are, he's a fantastic actor. But we
That's
actually
true.
we got some decent lectures from Anupam Kher himself in the class, which was actually like when we are like star-studded kids, starry-eyed kids, like getting into the acting world. You see Anupam Kher and you're getting lectures from Anupam Kher is like a big thing, for you, So
How
that was
much did it
impressive.
cost?
Dude, it cost like some 1.75 or something, for like 3 months, which is ridiculous.
3 months and one selfie.
Yeah,
with Anupam.
because you
That's-
think
that's-
nobody
and-
really tells you, right? No acting school can help you in any way further than telling you, "Acha, camera वहाँ पे camera में देखो, अब camera में मत देखो," and all that, right? They cannot get you roles, but nobody tells you this, and you don't have any idea.
But
How to go
1.75 is a lot more than say how much we charge you for coming on the podcast, which is much less. So I think you're at least making prudent decisions now, frankly
Sure, yes,
speaking.
that's true. That's true.
Anupam also does motivational workshops, and he's
He does,
just
yes.
so full of himself. It is scary. You think that he feels that he's immortal or something.
So you attacked Amitabh Bachchan, you've gone for Anupam Kher. Today you've let the BJP, VHP, RSS, Shiv Sena, NCP, you've got nothing to say. But you've gone after my acting fraternity. Punit, Mania, what a horrible human being you are.
What about you guys?
One
How's
of the comics told me that Anupam Kher, not a great actor, he always plays himself in any role that he's having.
No, Anupam Kher
That's
is,
Salman.
No, that's the opposite of Anupam Kher, man. Yeah, Salman. That's all the other stars, but Anupam Kher.
Salman doesn't play anything. He's
Yeah, exactly.
he's just alive.
But Anupam
This
Kher, dude,
is a case. Now, one second.
transforms,
I'll put the list is getting longer. Now, Salman is just on life support as far as you're concerned. Okay.
But I met Sonu Sood last week. We were shooting something, and he
Wait, I can't write these names fast enough before you insult them.
yeah. But how was it telling your parents, Punit, like that you're...
It was surprisingly smooth because I had done stand up for a year, and by
He
that
still had the
time,
job, no? You kept the job for some time. You didn't just
for a year
transition.
I did both,
Yeah.
and it was killing me, but I did both for a year, and they saw me coming on television or in print ads or like basically news articles. And for parents that's still a big thing. They don't know कि इससे ticket नहीं बिकता है, but I don't tell them. So once they see your name and your photo in the newspaper, they're like, हाँ ये कुछ तो अच्छा कर रहा है, because मोदी जी भी उसी पेपर में आते हैं. So
But on the other page. your page 17. Yeah.
What about you, Utsav?
I mean, it's not that been hard simply because I still hold a full-time job. But podcasting happened with IBM, and my family has been very, very supportive. They are always like, and I mean, I come from an academically inclined family, so immersing in art culture is always.
Do you realize how
been very
Utsav has
supportive.
separated himself from us? Is nobody taking this up? He quickly pointed out कि बॉस मेरे पास नौकरी है, मैं पागल आदमी नहीं हूँ, मैं तेरा जैसे रिफ्रैक्ट नहीं हूँ, मैं पढ़ाई करके मैं आगे गया लाइफ में.
मैं MBA करके कॉर्पोरेट में नौकरी कर रहा हूँ अभी भी.
Exactly.
And that is what
Reason
funds the
another-
podcast. And all the traveling which I do. So yeah.
Pradeep says, Chilvari asks the question and answers himself first, and you're calling
But
Anupam
this
Kher a
is the
megalomaniac.
first-
What the hell? Hey guys, next question.
That's
he
not
learned
the
from
first
the
time.
best, dude.
That's the first time it's ever happened because he mentioned Silvery as an architect as first.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Bakshi. But,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fine.
cool. It's cool.
Yes, I do that, Pradeep.
Yeah.
क्या कर लेगा? नहीं, whatever, it's fine.
Wow.
No, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Okay,
Okay,
so we
Fad
Suddenly the
007.
car owner in you is
Cyrus-
coming out, dude. What?
Yeah. Cyrus, what about you? How did you tell your
Are
parents?
we
that
running
you
out of
wanted
time?
to-
Mine, I've answered it many times. I kept my LLB
I know
seat
you, yeah,
simple. When I started working with MTV and I had to start traveling, I had left GLC, then I went to KC. I left KC, I went to a third college because the peons would handle everything in the 90s. You don't have to worry. You just have to give the money at the right time. Once a month, go there. My pal Anup would take care of everything. So I am still an LLB. I still have to do the final exam. It's there somewhere in some college, somewhere in India. Somewhere in Vadala, I have a small seat somewhere. So if things don't work out with this podcast, maybe one more year, I'm off. I'm off to jolly LLB myself for the rest of my life. I'm like, Utsav, मेरे को चाहिए tangible नौकरी चाहिए. उसके बाद कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So that I don't want to be mistaken in Kandivali, bro. These things can't happen again here, really. Let's take one more.
All right. Kansedi asks, with the metro supposedly coming to Mumbai, how has the Bangalore metro helped Bangalore's traffic?
Great
situation?
question, Karan.
What's up?
This is right.
Nobody uses it.
Utsav, you answer this question. You please answer this question in a real way.
Okay, Karan. So just to give you a very real answer to this, the Bangalore metro is on a very limited route. right? So first of all, it hasn't really helped Bangalore's problem because the route it runs on wasn't ever crowded to begin with, right? It starts, of course, in the center of the city.
What a pointless...
You're not the comedian. Do not
Yeah.
make these good jokes.
Right?
What a pointless
They went
line
with the
then.
project.
What a pointless
जहाँ पे
line.
कोई भीड़ भी नहीं है.
Yeah.
What's the point?
So if you're from Bombay and you remember the monorail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
monorail
it's
required.
nobody's being
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, it's
Kids are
stupid.
taking the monorail.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, correct.
This is
So
civic
metro is
infrastructure at
exactly
its
like
best. Yeah.
Right? The areas which need
Are you telling me,
the-
Utsav, they had a planning committee to see where they don't need it? And then
Yeah. They put that.
and the areas where we need a metro, like the area where I live in, which definitely has very little public transport, the metro will probably come by the time this show will start to make sense, which means never. So that's your answer.
हम लोग को गाली दिया. हम लोग को क्यों गाली दिया? We are your supporters. We
मेरा
are
तो
your
full time
banyas.
job
We
है
are
ना.
your bra.
तो टेंशन नहीं है Cyrus.
It's cool.
I use the metro sometimes in Bangalore when I go for my shows, and all the comics are shocked. Yet, why did you use the metro? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Because nobody uses it. Like, even the locals don't, the tourists don't.
Arey, my biggest fear is a white elephant cheese, what you call in Mumbai. After all this shit and years, if it's not used properly and if it's not connected properly, in the end, they are saying because you don't in Mumbai you have to connect properly. End of the day, you're going from Kandivali to Kulaba. You don't connect me properly. What's the point? I can't suddenly be taking a taxi and wasting $200 here.
Like
So
the
it has
airport
to-
metro, no? Airport metro will take you almost to the airport, but not quite. And then you're stuck and nobody taking you to the
Then
airport.
to
That's
walk
ridiculous.
to the airport.
Yeah. You can't
Oh,
do
and
2
then
kilometers.
if you have to
so
get a
2.5.
rickshaw last minute, which you can't get on a phone or anything else, can you imagine? You go mad. So I say we have to redesign the entire country. Let's all meet on Sunday at Utsav's house and let's get a plan in place. Okay, we'll start
Don't try to
once
take the
again.
metro to come to my house because there isn't one.
Sunday पे भी नहीं.
नहीं, Sunday को भी नहीं चल रही है.
Okay, last one quickly. Sri
Alright,
Vijayakar
sure.
will be here any moment, and I have to go to the next place and pretend to want money, which we won't make
Sure,
anyway.
no problem.
Oh.
This one comes in from Harvespa Kasad. Oh, firstly, before that, Rohan Jacob says Utsav looks like a junior Cyrus. I can't.
Cyrus, you should be
Sweet.
appalled.
Oh, you're a good-looking guy then, yaar.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Cool. Thank you so much.
25 years ago, when I was a young primate, I was considered quite the catch.
There's better than Silvery being Al Pacino in his 70s. Someone said that last time.
Yeah.
With this jacket, never.
The problem is that the Ranbir Kapoor hangover is there now. So I'm just waiting for Ranbir Kapoor to relaunch with a beard, and then we'll really see. We need a film like
Yes.
that, which is not.
Correct.
Oh.
It comes from. All right.
Bolo.
Harvespa Kasad
Harvest.
has a question. He says, pertaining to Cyrus's IPL rant today, do you think the 10-team format has some way exposed the talent pool of local players since first time in IPL edition? All teams are not looking evenly matched.
Well, the strange thing is the two big heavyweights are the ones who are at the bottom. The two greatest iconic teams of IPL history, 15 seasons, the two with the best records by far. There's no one close. Kolkata is a distant third. Mumbai and Chennai. So I think, I don't know about the 10-game format, 10-team format I don't like. I prefer the 8-team format, better quality over quantity. But I do think that it's good that the top two have gone to the bottom. If this happens in politics, for example, that's what democracy is all about. When things get mixed up a little bit. It's the romance of sport. When anybody can win, or an unknown team will win, or lesser known team will win. I'm very happy. Punit, that's why we continue as comedians. So that lesser known guys like us can one day make it, They have to keep going. Yeah.
Is
I
IPL
don't-
still going on? IPL खत्म नहीं होता है क्या?
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for saying that, Punit. I thought I was
It is still going on.
क्या
never
शुरू-
ending.
खत्म होके शुरू हो जाता है यार, like what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a government
No break.
ruling, and after that they'll start Champions Trophy again. So don't worry, it will not end. There'll be no end. Metro and IPL are forever. Okay, it's never ending. Utsav,
Yeah.
kuch कहना
I
है?
had said this last time
Yeah.
also. I think in the future there will be executions for people who are eating beef in the IPL mid-time show. That will be the best height of Indian democracy.
Oh, okay. It's like the what's it called? The Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah,
Like,
Super Bowl halftime
yeah,
show,
all
you do
these-
mob
We have our own
lifting.
Super Bowl halftime show. It's called the
Yeah.
fan zone. You haven't seen, you don't watch the IPL. They have a fan zone, which is where the fan is suddenly told he's alive, and the fan is shown, the chosen fan, and the fan then misbehaves and does
And he's doing
bhangra
this.
for 4 seconds.
He's
And
always doing something.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just so stupid. It's the most
Yes,
stupid
yes.
idea ever, and exposes the lack of talent amongst all us Indians when it comes to defend ourselves. All we can do is everybody does the same
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
Horrible. Oh.
Nice.
Chalo.
All right, that's
Are we
it.
done?
Yes, we're done,
In
sir.
about 1
Of course, we do. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Utsav, go
Multiple
back to your
points.
regular job and earn money. Don't feel bad. Punit, resume drinking.
I will download the Jupiter app because I have money to use it for.
And now that you said that, you remind me to say, don't forget to download the Jupiter Money app on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. 2 MBAs, 1 architect and a truth.
Nicely done, Utsav.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.